And we start. Hi, chat. Hi.
Hi, chat.
What a segue.
Hi, chat. How are you?
Hi, chat. You all look very cute today.
So, when I can talk. So, last week, you guys finished up with the hermit living in the school, who you're pretty sure is named Patches. And, you started to play a game of Mage Tower, which I sort of got some aspects of wrong. I did my math wrong. I totally did my math wrong.
And from here on out, this entire part is new to me because I missed that part. Because sleepies.
Well, luckily for you, I just controlled you once you fell asleep.
Yes, Andy.
Though, I'm not gonna continue with the game, because I realized 5 minutes of time is 30 quick turns. Or, I mean, even 30 regular turns. But, yeah, you guys were up to like 20-something. So, you were basically at the end of the round. And no one was even close to scoring. So, yeah. And I think I need to, again, rebuild the system to make it even quicker. My problem is trying to reduce things and yet still have them be fun.
Could I suggest a rule?
What was that?
Could I suggest a rule to make it like more quicker and more fun? Spells not being allowed to be cast until someone takes one of the balls. They can still use like physical actions, but they can't cast spells.
I mean,
until a ball was taken.
I would just...
With the quick rules, I sort of made it so you're not even casting spells per se. So.
No, but like you know what I mean, like Miz or.
Well, I mean, you have to sort of be able to, like, have engagements before you get to the ball. Otherwise, everyone would just run to the ball, and only then would things start.
They can still use physical actions until the first ball is taken. So like, at least that way people can focus on getting to the ball, not just like.
You'd all start at the other team's ball, and you just sort of have a fur ball somewhere in the middle. Why even bother? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you might as well just have you guys run to the middle and grab the other team's ball, while somehow defending your own. But so I have some rules that were designed for Mage Tower originally, and the goal was to both steal your opponent's ball and get it back to your tower. That's the core conceit of the game. I'm just trying to come up with a quicker way to play it. Because, yeah. The base rules are super, super simple. But I don't even think they're fun. I mean, if you want to see them, I can show you what they are. Let me find... Do I even have the rules for that? They make it a big event, but they don't really have a lot of, like, info for it. Oh, there it is, I think. Okay, these are the original rules for Mage Tower. Which is why I say it is not quick. You can skim those. You can skim those.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I had as a base. So, I wanted to scale it back. Last time we did it with the sort of standard 5e turns. And people were blasting each other and casting, like, different spells. But, it was very time consuming. It was like a really extended combat session. So, as I'm pretty sure Nashi or Boka can attest, it was a very long game as well. So, right? You guys remember, right?
Mm-hmm. It was very long.
Yeah. So, yes, this was my attempt to make it quicker. My first attempt. Obviously, I need to make it even simpler, because that still took a long time. So, if you guys, I'll suggest this now. If you guys would want to, we can always do it as theater of mind and just describe what happens for each turn, basically. But I don't think that will be any quicker.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out, and I'm just not sure what yet. This was definitely quicker, but it didn't really seem to help too much, so we'll have to work on it. We'll come back for more Mage Tower. Definitely. But that was actually the end of the round. So Rosie blows her whistle and says, "All right, everyone over here. Your turn on the field is up."
That makes sense.
So that's the only reaction?
Yeah, just Pippi sense.
I'm just dejected.
Why is that?
Because all that Like, all that, and we couldn't, and neither one of us could score a point.
True, true. But that is actually sort of good. It means that you were very equal. It looked like they were gonna make a move and maybe get it back to the goal. You managed to stop them. Though they also managed to do that to you guys in return. So, yeah. You're very evenly matched, which, by the way, since these guys are a year ahead of you, that's actually a pretty good sign.
Get good.
Get good, Scrub. Get good,
Nerd.
Scrub. You're the nerd.
Well, so Rosie calls you over. You all look a little dejected on both sides. And she says, well, it was an intense game. You guys all did good. Of course, no one scored, but that's okay. It happens, especially with two fairly evenly matched teams. Though, I gotta say, my own year is probably slightly tougher, only because they are younger students. So, they should definitely not be on par with someone a year older, and presumably better. So, you guys are definitely hitting above your weight class. If you guys can just manage to score on them, then you have a good chance of winning the final game.
Got this.
Anyone else?
I got nothing.
Wow. Okay. Well, with that, the game does end. You guys get to go back. Oh, here it is. I had to find the fields. Let me send you guys back down.
I was gonna go to work, and then I got high.
Her face is scared.
As it should be.
You guys are weird.
Her
Weird.
face is weird.
Thanks.
Anyway, you are back in the dorms. Is there anything you guys want to do?
What can I do?
I mean, obviously you can attend classes, but...
Classes cringe. Studying is for nerds.
I would like to go to teacher booths.
Hold it.
Ha! Shut up!
It's
I
a
haven't
tough
been able
job.
to do it in like 2 months now, so I think it's fair to ask.
It's been a couple of weeks. At least within the world.
At least,
So,
yeah, it's been a couple of weeks in the world and at least a few months in real life. So let me do.
Is
so
our
you have
class
a
all three of
plan
us out
for
together?
what to do when you get there.
Cause she's the defense teacher, right? I was hoping she could help me turn a shield into a more of a like assisting reaction as well. Like have a secondary shield that can like give them a second chance at shield, or make it where I can use one of my reactions as a shield for them.
Oh, shield other. I don't
You said she's the
recall-
defense teacher, and I told you a while back I wanted to see if that's my idea of like being able to get taught by
I don't
her.
recall if I ever got around to creating this spell.
Oh,
I know what the
perfect
name
time.
of it is meant to be. No. Building a spell is not something I can really do on the spot.
Well, we can just like role play us starting it with her. And it technically could get me a point with her and her sister, because her sister will learn from her that I'm trying to do the things she told me to start doing. Luca is the one I'm wanting to talk to. Liv is the one that would hear about it from Luca.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out a few details here. Darn it. I have too many pages. Too many pages. I cannot figure out what I want. Alright. Luca. Where are you, Luca?
Did you guys watch the Luca movie?
I have no clue what you're talking about, so...
Is it this movie called Luca? The one about where like they turn some people when they're wet.
Never heard of that.
My brain's getting foggy there.
But, I will let you go to Luca, and you can talk and discuss that.
Yay!
I forgot what class I picked.
I do have a list. Is it this one? No.
And if Naka is Pog, I'm gonna point with her and Liv because of this.
Naka is Pog.
This is true.
Well, at the moment, you managed to track Luca down when she's in her office.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go up like, Teacher Luca.
She looks up from her desk and she says, "Yes, Boka?"
Teacher Liv says I need to be more team player friendly. So can you help me make a spell where I can use my amazing shield for people?
So there's a lot of different types of shields. What type of shield are you considering?
Like to protect people.
No. What I mean is like, there's the shield cantrip, which is a temporary shield meant to deflect incoming damage.
That.
there are things like Arcane Ward.
The cantrip one.
So, I can tell you now that no one has successfully made a version of that spell which can be cast on another person.
But that's Boka's best spell for defending, and I don't really have defensive spells for other people.
Yes, that may be true, but things like Arcane Barrier and Arcane Ward are more common. Because those do have forms you can cast on other people.
But can't we work together to make a cool spell for people? Because you're the person that's super good at defending, right?
I mean, we'd make a small fortune if we could make the shield cantrip into a shield other cantrip. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Unless you have some genius idea. The problem is, it just takes a certain amount of time to be able to wrap someone in a useful shield. So...
Maka's making this hard for me.
Mostly because a shield other cantrip would be overpowered.
How? I still don't understand how the what you call it was overpowered. Silvery barbs, because really that was just a weaker shield.
But Silvery Bards is meant to do a little bit of a difference. It was there to give hindrance on everything, which raises the difficulty, which is the same effect as, like, the Cloak of Displacement and the Blur spell.
Well, could she help me make Silvery barbs then? Like, as a reaction? But I can't use it on myself, I can only use it on other people?
So, there are ways to give hindrance, but I don't have anything even like Silvery Barbs. I don't like the mechanic.
You said it was OP.
Well,
work with me here, Naka.
The problem is that I prefer to boost people than to, like, reduce them. I mean, I don't even
give me
think
an
I
opposite
include a
reaction
slow.
Give me a opposite version of Silvery Barbs that I can use on other people.
I mean, that's easy. That's literally the point of, like, Heroic Aura in similar spells.
But I want it as a reaction.
Usually they need to be cast ahead of time in our concentration.
That's what I'm saying. This is like a one-time thing for one person as a reaction. That's what Silvery Barbs was. It was a one-time thing as a reaction. And you only had one reaction a turn in the old rules. In this, I can use up all my actions for reactions.
Yes. Which would mean I'd have to throw even more people at you to have any hope of hitting. Usually,
here's the thing: if I use all my reactions on everyone else, I don't have reactions. Because there's more people in our group, even now, than actions I would have. I would be down to, like, moving, and that's it. Or attacking, and that's it.
Well, there are 3 of you at the moment, so...
at the moment that are here, but there's like 5 of us normally. And I only get 4 actions. So I would be like using up all my actions to defend half of us, where either me or someone else would have no reaction. See,
I mean, if you want me to start, if you want me to
the way you've
giving...
set it up, the way you set it up makes it balanced, because I'm giving up future actions to defend, which means I have even less actions to use later on.
Yes, but I usually don't have the enemies play nearly as smart as you guys can. If you want me to give the enemies heroic aura on a regular basis, I would totally let you have that. But which would
what
you
would be
prefer?
the point of it?
Sorry, my
What
wife.
would be the point of it? Because it would just cancel out and beat the regular rolls.
Technically, they do a little bit of a different thing. Heroic aura gives a flat boost, rather than, like, advantage per se. But they have a similar
what I'm
effect.
saying is, if they would have a heroic aura all the time, it would cancel out what I'm giving them. So it wouldn't even be a reaction defense. It would be, I'm making them normal. Like, I'm saying I would really only use it in, like, the person's low health kind of thing.
Well, last time you had silvery barbs, you were casting it all the time.
I was casting it on important situations like the NPC about to get attacked, or like once or twice I used it in a fight to stop someone from going down.
Do you not remember, Boka? I literally could not hit you for an entire encounter.
Because I have Displacer's Cloak. What I'm asking is silvery barbs, but for other people. I don't get it.
No, what I meant is that every time I had a successful roll, you instantly overturned it. No enemy could hit your party. That is
I
how
could do
that
it
works.
one time. That's what the thing though. I can only use it at one time.
And Boka,
And then
I was lucky if I could hit your team once every turn.
That's not my fault that Game and like one other person have like the stupidest high AC,
But
and I
that
have
is
like
the way it
normal
works.
AC, and Nashi has less than normal AC. And you went after Game and my brain forgets. But the other two had stupid high AC, and you always had people going after them. And when they did get low, yes, I would use silver barbs on them, but I'd only get to do it one turn, and you'd have like 5 people on the field.
So yeah,
It's just that they would all be spread out.
the problem is if you could use it every action you have, which you totally could, then there's almost no way any enemy could ever hit you.
They would
have to
be able
get
to hit me.
Stupid lucky. I mean, hit anyone. Period.
How about this? It's limited to twice a round or once a round.
I mean, you do realize... the
I'm trying to get
equivalent
something
of
that I can
blur.
use that's defensive for other people. That
Use blur. I know I don't call it blur, but...
well, have her
there is
teach
an
me that then.
equivalent spell.
Well, have her teach me that then. Because I'm literally asking her for a defensive spell that I can use on other people that is like my shield.
Where the heck did I put it?
She's the defensive like master here, so it would make sense for her to know it and be able to teach it since she's a teacher. So why'd you send me a blank 3rd year schedule?
Yeah, the 3rd-year schedule is blank. I was going to say that.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yep.
It's
super
probably
blank.
not blank. It's probably that the schedule is in the gym section. Which it doesn't need to be, but it probably ended up there. There. Now you should be able to read it.
Yep.
So if you forget what your classes are, totally in there. Alright, let me see if I can actually find where I put that spell. You might not be able to actually cast it yet.
Is there a class we all take together?
There are a couple that are very commonly taken, but I don't think there's one class everyone took.
No, I mean like us three specifically that us three have.
I mean, you guys can
Well-
look.
Well, right now I'm trying to learn a defensive spell I can use on other people from Luca to make both Luca and Liv happy that I'm trying to do what they asked me to do.
That is not what they were saying, though.
It
They weren't
is! You
saying-
said be more of
No.
a team player. I don't really have anything that is team player except for my own like physical actions, which half the time I'm trying to be the team player by killing the stuff. But if I had the defensive spell, at least I could offset that with being able to be defensive even if I'm far away.
That is totally not what they meant. What they meant
That's literally what you
was
asked.
to be more mindful of the others in your group and act with
That's what I'm
them.
trying to do. That's
No,
literally what
you're-
I'm trying to do.
Getting a defensive spell is not doing that.
A defensive spell for other people. I'm not asking for me to have a defensive spell. The only thing Boka ever uses is shield.
Boka, I get that. I get that. That's not what they're talking
Right.
about. That's not what they're talking about.
It sounds what they're talking about.
It is not.
Boka, be more mindful of others. Besides the fact that Boka's always at the front lines, they can't really protect people otherwise.
Can someone clip when the Kami sound like a chipmunk from Alvin and the Chipmunks?
No, thank you.
Wait, what?
That was pretty funny.
I'll tell
When
Walk on about it later. He'll find it.
when she was yelling, she sounded like a chipmunk from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
What they
It was kinda
meant
cute.
is, if you recall, in the big final for
Boka's
last
already
year, you
taken.
went off on your own, abandoning every single other person in the team.
And soloed half the entire area.
But everyone else basically died. You were the last one standing.
Skill issue. Anyways,
Get good.
what I'm saying is the defensive spell would at least mitigate some of that. I've already gone to where I don't run off in front of everyone anymore. What more do you want me to do that shows I'm doing it? Besides
Compromise.
like, I'm trying to... Oh no, Boka doesn't compromise. That's impossible.
No, is there a spell that allows to create a barrier at least at the level we're at?
Like, I'm trying to meet halfway.
That's
You're
compromise.
asking
different
Boka to
sorts
not
of
be
barriers.
Boka if you tell Boka to not be aggressive.
And they never said you can't be aggressive.
That's
You
literally
have to keep your
that's
team in mind.
what you're insinuating.
No.
I'm already doing that, and
So, alright, I'm gonna give you a real world example. Because I recently
so I'm
have been
already
playing
going where
a
I
lot
don't
of
run ahead of everyone.
World of Warships. I play destroyers. They go out in front. And they find the enemy and they smack the big things. like battleships. Because they're pretty good at taking those out. But I keep my team in mind. I keep an eye on them. I try to find where they are. I try not to get too far ahead.
I already do that. What else do you want me to do? It's gonna actually like show some kind of
Alright, well,
meaningful
I've looked.
change.
I actually cannot find Blur, so I apparently have not made the spell yet. So.
Bleh.
And that's why I was trying to get the defensive spell, so I can at least show that I'm doing it. Because I can't really show it otherwise, other than not running ahead and fighting, which is kind of looking out for your teammates, where it's eliminating a threat that could be a threat to them.
Well, if you recall, that fight was a disaster, mostly because you ran off on your own. So.
Well, half of the reason was I ran off. The other half of the reason is they didn't even follow their own plan.
Well, they didn't continue with it.
Which, if they had continued with it, they'd have been fine.
But you were way out.
Because they'd have been on the other side of the map.
Range. So.
I didn't need mutual support. As if you noticed, I soloed half the map.
Yes, but that baby.
Like, literally, the only time I needed help was at the end.
If you were a member of a sports team, it doesn't really matter which one. You would not be considered a team player if you went out, did your own thing, and just expected the others to do their own as well.
Isn't that kind of what the quarterback does?
He
runs ahead and hopes someone helps him out.
No, that's a running back. I don't really even know football, and I know that much. The quarterback stays
isn't that what the running back does?
But they try to be open so they can get the ball from the quarterback.
That's what I did. I tried to be open near the end, and Nashi helped me out by throwing up a sleeping potion. Because I literally did this. I went around to get them to look at me on the other side of the map while they did their plan. If they had continued with their plan and not attacked anyone,
it'd
have been fine.
We're not breaking this down to an argument. But
I'm not trying to make an argument, but I mean, I'm not wrong, am I?
20 minutes doing.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Well, I'm trying to do something to get the points with Luca and Liz. And you said to ask her, and then I asked her, and then you said no.
Well, I was working on a shield other spell, but that is not what you're asking for.
That's what I want. That's what I was asking for. If I didn't make it clear, that's what I'm asking for.
The shield other spell is basically arcane barrier that can be applied to other people. That is what that is.
Okay, well, I want that.
So.
I want it.
Now that you've told her what you actually want, 20 minutes later, she says, well, you're a
I didn't do that.
right?
I don't know who moved me, but I didn't move it.
I'm not even looking at you guys, so.
Oh.
Pay attention to me! No, I'm just kidding.
And I'm forgetting what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. She says, so, since you're a sorcerer, you do realize you can just use meta magic to alter the spell.
We don't have meta magic yet.
Yes. You have not formally had the metamagic class. However, they have been teaching you how to make spells. Or rather, altering existing spells to be able to create new ones. So, what would happen if you change the focus of the spell? So that it's another person and not yourself.
No idea.
Should I have you roll in character? Or
Yeah.
like an Arcana roll?
The first roll of this session, 1 hour in.
Yay.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
Will it be
So
a
roll
fail
me
or a
some Arcana.
Arcana? I barely even know her.
You apparently know nothing.
Inspiration.
You still know a lot of nothing.
I know less. That's the point, though. I know less. I know less than nothing. I know diddly squat of nothing.
She looks at you strangely and says, Boka, you've been taking 2 years worth of creating
This is a very
magical
real life
spells.
Boka moment. I want y'all to know that Boka just personified me. I may
Me
know
too.
about something. You ask me in the moment, I don't know. Ask me in like 5 hours when it doesn't matter, and I'll know exactly what you want.
Alright, well.
Teach me, teacher.
You stare at her cluelessly. And she just sort of
Just smile. I just
facepalms.
smile and like tilt my head. And
She
wag my
rubs her
tail a little bit.
temples, and she says, well, it's probably going to cost you some energy, but you should be able to make the spell target someone else and not you. Even
Okay.
multiple people if you want it to. But the spell will become more complex and use more power.
Okay.
So if you want, and I'm probably gonna have to do this for you, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you ever
How
managed to
clueless I am.
stat a spell correctly.
Nope, I haven't.
Nope. High five.
So, she has you go through the spell. And take it apart and put it back together.
I'm guessing I have to do better at this Arcana roll to get it to be like
No.
reaction level
you
or
two
something.
work together to do this.
Yay! What I was planning on all along. I just had to be dumb. Now, did both outcomes happen?
Alright. This is a spell card thing. I'm literally going to take the arcane barrier text. Oops. You didn't see anything, chat? You saw nothing?
I saw it. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't see anything.
I wasn't paying attention.
When are you paying attention? That's just a joke.
Sometimes.
That's the wrong answer. Never pay attention. Damn.
No, I'm pretty sure I have to pay attention sometimes or Nako will be mad.
Please pay attention.
Did I get relationship points with teachers? Did my lifelong, 3-month goal succeed?
She's not going to talk to Liv about this. But, I might give you a point with her.
Might? Half success is still success in my book, not good.
After this is... After that is for a teacher that specializes in making magical items.
Have we even taken that class yet?
There are definitely artificer teachers. I don't even have a clue which ones might be teaching a class at the moment. You're definitely not in it, but...
Yeah,
none of them, obviously.
Help me make something.
They don't have time for you.
So, Boka, I did stat the spell. You might want to take a look.
Boka has defensive capabilities for team.
Yes. Though you're gonna have to share the pool of health. So, if you cast it on more than one person, you're going to have to split up the HP you give.
Oh, that's fine. At least I'm able to do stuff now. Are we gonna need these MT spells after this?
Don't get rid of them yet, but...
Okay.
There's a possibility.
Oh, no, never mind. There's nothing I want to make, I was just curious.
So, may I ask and not get brutally roasted, has Luca more approval of me?
You aren't sure, so... I'm
gonna
leave it at that.
No,
I'm shrimping.
I may or may not be shrimping for both of them. That's beside the point.
Keep it in your pants, Boka.
If you knew the context of why Boka's doing this, you would not say that.
I think
I'll give you a hint.
Why a few times, but...
I've told why, but I don't know if they know why. I've said out of character why more than a few times. I don't think Boka in character knows themselves why they do this.
But, Suneater, Bildra Forheim is, one of the teachers doing, magic item creation, so you might want to remember that. If,
Also, I'll give you a hint. She thinks of them both as parents. But she don't quite know that yet.
Okay.
She just feels very attached right now.
Alright. Nicole, can you repeat the name?
Once I look it up again.
Indril von Stroheim?
Bildra Forheim.
Bildra Florhive.
Forheim. Forheim.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard the name Stroheim and I already had bad vibes.
Schrodinger?
Stroheim. I'm not memeing with this. I'm genuinely hearing that. Could you type it out for me?
I'll do one better. Here you go.
Bildra Florheim.
Your mom. Your mom?
Thanks,
She
Nakami.
is an arcanist wizard. So,
Okay.
yes. Alright. Those things out of the way. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Can I go clubbing?
What can I go through?
Can I go learn more of my spell?
Fuck spells. Let's go to the magic club.
Also, I would like to go buy what you call it.
Well, what's it like having money? I literally have no gold. Because Nakami hasn't paid me yet.
Get wrecked. Poor people problems. Couldn't relate.
Shut up.
Well, you're asking a lot of different questions, and I'm trying to put them in order. First, clubs. Which type of club are you talking about?
Book clubs.
Nightclub.
Well, there definitely aren't any nightclubs, but I forget actually what clubs you're in, even. We haven't really done much with clubs in a bit. I think that's because some of you were in clubs I still haven't got a chance to finish. Because I keep forgetting to do it.
Are there any jobs we can do for the teachers? Like,
I mean, there are jobs, but not for the teachers.
no, like jobs the teachers. Like, remember with the troll and like the kidnapped people?
Oh, there are definitely problems.
No,
Are there
thank
any of
you.
those we can do?
I don't want to do any more right now.
I was gonna have you do a non-combat episode.
Okay.
Unless you really want one.
I would like to do 2 non-combat episodes, please. Since every other episode is combat so far, recently.
Well, I do like to mix it up for you guys. So, yes. That is why I tend to do that.
What was that, like 7, 8 combats in a row so far?
I mean, there were several back-to-back. Because we didn't have enough members for a game of Mage Tower. So I had to keep coming up with things to push that back. So, yes, that's why there were a lot of them in a row. But there still are more. Actually, how long has it been?
Just about an hour.
No, I don't mean that. I'm thinking about if it should be time for another test.
Yeah, probably should.
The class. Shit. Psst, Boka, can I copy your test?
No.
You're right, I'll probably fail either way. Damn it.
Actually, Boka's got the highest grade out of everyone.
I'm not sure if
Boka's-
that's
Boka's
still
not wrong.
true, but
Oh,
higher.
it was for a while.
At least higher than me.
Yeah. I've crit on like most of the tests.
how that works, we will never know.
What's it?
That was just Naka telling you basically that I was right.
Okay, let's have a test.
So if you did cheat off me, you'd probably pass. But if you look at where Boka usually sits, super far away from everyone else, way in the back, You're not gonna cheat off of me.
Invisibility. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have invisibility.
Alright. I think I will have you take the second test of the year. I'll come up with a list of new spells after the test. Not tonight, but by next episode. So.
Point.
I'm gonna go through this list, and I'm gonna tell you things you need to roll for me. So, Boka, you need to make me an Arcana roll, a Athletics roll, and a Constitution roll.
Are you serious?
What the? Oh my god.
What were the other two?
Acrobatic.
Athletics.
No, athletic.
And Constitution.
Jesus.
Boka, you're cheating. Boka's cheating.
That's impossible. Liv would kill me.
Alright. So, for Rowena, I want you to make a medicine check,
Oh boy.
a con check. No,
Oh boy.
Athletics. Athletics. A nature check. And Arcana.
Okay,
Nicole.
so medicine,
Yes.
athletics, nature, and what else?
Arcana.
Okay.
And we had to roll 3?
Yes. You have
Medicine.
several classes that all use Arcana. Oof.
Can I use inspiration on that one? Or can I
If
not?
you want
or-
to get
or
a
does it-
7, sure.
I can't. For Boka's Constitution, it's a Constitution saving throw, because it is saving throw.
I think I get basically the same thing.
Yeah,
So I get
don't
2
think
more
it's gonna
extra
matter.
points. Yeah, it was still a 19.
Alright.
Okay, I would like to use inspiration to take the 18 for Arcana.
Close your.
Okay.
Technically, you have 2 because I crit.
You close it then?
Does that actually work? No, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. I can
Only
only
in
use one.
combat. Only in combat.
Oh, alright.
Sorry, my brother came into my room, sorry.
Alright. So, for Jinx,
Well, then
Yo.
it means that I have 2.
Arcana. Wow,
Yo.
just Arcana.
Yo, the double crit on Arcana. No, well, me and Boka crit, not like the double crit.
Yet most
five.
of your classes are focused on Arcana. And thankfully,
Ooh.
you did pretty well in that. So,
I'm the top student now, Boka.
You're not.
I don't know. For the average...
You'd have to get double crit. So I have 2 crits and a medium roll. How does that work? He only
Actually-
rolled once. You can't. That's like doesn't even make sense in any way or form.
Yes, it does. Because I'm not going to make anyone roll 6 Arcana checks. So 1 Arcana check, and they're
He should
all
have to roll
shared.
2. If I had to roll 3, he should have to roll 2.
She.
You have a more diverse cast.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I gotta.
class.
When it comes to my grades overall, I'm probably higher.
I'll be right back.
Because they're diverse.
Yeah, but averages. I'm at a 4.
You don't have an average. You have one roll
right now.
I don't think it's fair. I think you should have to roll 6 times. If all your classes are Arcana, then you should have to roll at least 3 times and base off that.
Should have picked all Arcana.
I'm making my character. I'm not min-maxing.
I didn't min-max. I knew jack shit about. I knew almost nothing about.
Says the person that has 6 classes that are all based on Arcana.
I picked them randomly. Nakami was there when I picked them. Tell them I should
Make him roll 2 more times so he can have an actual average.
She
can have an actual average. Not a base roll.
Can't make me roll more.
Do I need to separate you two?
No.
I think she should have an average roll, not a base roll. I'm just saying.
Fine, you roll for each other class you have Arcana for as well. If I have to do it, you have to do it.
Well, this is my average. I had multiple classes that were different.
Actually, you had several that all use Arcana as well.
Yeah, but not all of my classes are based on just one roll.
No, but Advanced Familiars, Intermediate Magical Combat, Intermediate Spell Constructs.
Well, yeah, I understand that a lot of them did use Arcana, but I also had to roll other rolls.
Oh, actually, I should have had you roll... Wait.
So does it make sense that their average is a single roll? They should at least roll 3 times and base it off of 2 per. Or at least twice and base it off of 3 per.
Actually, I should have had you make a history roll as well.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, see? See how diverse mine are compared to their 1 roll? I'll roll history. If they roll 2 more times.
Well.
Because it would make sense for them to roll 2 more times. Because then they would have an actual average.
You guys, but...
Nah, make them roll. It ain't gonna take them that long to roll 2 more times. It's gonna take them 2 seconds. Click, click.
Actually, if anything, make a Constitution roll.
Me?
Sun Eater, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So.
I'm happy.
Wait, is Jinx a mystic or not? I forget.
No, she's a spellbreaker. No, sorcerer, sorry.
Alright. That makes sense. I'm like, wait. Who's a mystic in this group? I know there are so many mystics. Constitution should be a pretty high roll for a lot of you. But out of everyone here, I don't think anyone is a mystic. No.
The only mystic we had was, what's her name? My brain is having a moment.
Several mystics. But...
In our party?
Yes.
I mean,
that's what a deer is. I think Seraphine is as well. Yes, also mystic. Lilly's character, Luna, was also a mystic. So, if Lilly is ever back on this time,
Lilly,
or rather day, also mystic. But, half the group is basically mystics. Just not your half. Just not your half. So, I will look at the list and add some spells for you guys. Though Boka just did get another spell. Even though I didn't want to give any more.
Is it really the spell you didn't want me to have, which is aggressive?
I mean, you're gonna get a lot of aggressive spells anyways. I'm not looking at your list at the moment, because I put it away, but, like, intermediate magical combat is going to give probably Spectral Blade this time.
There's another
Unless you got
spell
it
I
before.
need. I don't have Spectral Blade, but there is a spell I do need, which is Explosion, which I'm not going to get until I get...
You're not in the class
buy
for
it.
that. I know that. Because that's evocation for beginners.
Which was why I was asking, can I learn more Dragonfire right now? So that I can go out and buy Explosion next.
You can practice it, but you're not gonna advance with it until you actually use it some more. And you haven't actually even used it once yet. So.
Because I haven't had a chance, because I'm trying to watch my team members and they're always running in front of me now. Because I'm having to hold back.
I mean...
Bleh. Fight me!
Boka woke up today and chose chose rage.
Woke up today and chose violence.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You'd almost think she was a Arcane Berserker Spellblade.
I mean, the idea is to get Blade Dancer as another class.
Well,
I can't imagine a scarier thing than Boka with swords.
I mean, Boka does use swords, but
Confiscated.
oh, here it is.
Denied?
I think you're a combat sorcerer, right?
Yeah, with blade spells.
Yes, you can get blade spells.
And I want to be able to use... I don't remember what I have to do. I know I'm having to get more strength. Because you said a certain amount of strength I need to dual wield claymores. And I think you said like 18 or something.
I said it would be really hard.
You said I had to have way more strength than what I had. And that's why I've started like only putting stuff in strength.
You actually won't even get like stat points until, well, an option to get stat points is year 4.
Yeah.
So they're
right now I want to just be able to use the claymore proficiently.
I mean, you can use... You do have martial weapons at this point, which is going to include two-handed swords, which is what a claymore is. It's just one example.
If you want to, like, drop a dragon longsword or something anytime soon.
They're... I mean...
That's the only way I'm downgrading.
You do go to a magic school. Some things would be available, but
I would love to go and buy it.
Custom order thing.
Yeah.
And so like a magical weapon. I don't know what you think this sword is going to have, but a magical weapon starts at 1,000 golds for even a simple one. So
thanks, Naka. Just
How
ruined my
much?
dreams. I'm the richest person here, and I can't afford it.
How
Well, you
much would I?
just spent like 400 on the scroll.
The scroll you
So-
knew I would want, and you put in a class you knew I couldn't take.
You could take any class. That
No,
was
you
totally up to
you know I wouldn't have been able to.
Totally up to you.
You
You
say
cannot
that, but you
blame me for
know.
it. I mean,
I blame you in my heart.
when I put the list of classes together, I
You
did
planned
not
it.
assume you would take any particular
You-
classes. Literally, I had no clue
It's not.
what
It's not.
anyone would take.
Let's look at the classes and let's see how spread out Luca and Liv are, and let's think about everything that went up to that point. And let's think.
I think I gave each
We-
one class.
No, you gave each one two.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
it does get
Luca
to-
Bradford, Luca
yes.
Bradford, Liv Bradford, Liv Bradford. So 4 of my classes were stolen at the beginning.
I'm pretty sure they only get 3 total between the 2 of them.
Well, half of my classes were taken off the bat, and then I needed more.
You didn't have
and you
to
told me
take
not to
each
take.
of their classes.
I did.
Remember, you're in the club with one of them. So,
Doesn't help that she also has the spells I need.
yeah, but I specifically spread things around and tried not to double dip as much as possible. So,
You might want to
Like,
sing.
go back down, look at what Liv has, and tell me I didn't need it.
I mean,
For what kind of character I'm making, you don't think I would want?
casting without gestures,
Yeah.
sorcerers and wizards would want to take that. 'Cause it gives
Yeah,
you
well,
the
I'm the
skill for
only,
your
like,
class.
sorcerer in our group.
Should I point
I'm
to
a sorcerer.
Senator?
And then you look at Luca's, I need access to physical traits.
Actually, I still haven't even determined what physical traits those are going to be.
I'm hoping that Naka will be magnanimous and allow the dual wield trait.
I haven't even started to work on one.
Because, you know,
But
or at least, like, allow me to hold my greatsword in one hand.
what I think you would probably want is to learn a fighting style.
Swordmaster.
Is Boka trying to be guts?
No. I've sent
Aye.
Naka the manga of who I'm basing my character's fighting style off of.
Having never read Berserk, but having seen a lot of clips of it, I don't think it's that far off to assume the two are similar. But
Okay, they both wield their sword in one hand. Oh,
I don't know, half
Coinky
the
dink.
time the Berserk guy doesn't even seem to have a sword. He's just like skull crushing people and stuff. Or at least when I see it. Who knows? Who knows? I have not seen the actual thing.
Oh, and Akami,
anyway.
you said like, how much would like a bag of holding-esque item cost?
I know I wrote down somewhere what they cost. And I'm totally blanking on where I put it. Let's see.
Would it be possible for you to make one, like with help from like the
If you were taking the class, maybe.
Damn it.
What class?
There's a item creation class.
Oh, yeah, that class. That's another class I kind of wish I could have taken, but my character's not really focused on making stuff as much as being the fighter of the group.
Huh. Well,
Just fighter of
I
fire.
can't seem to find the list I made.
That is the question. Did I say fire or fighter?
Probably both, knowing you.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
Alright, I don't off the top of my head remember, but
Can you
it's
just say, like,
probably
the
going
rough-
to be kind of expensive. Not
Okay.
super expensive, but probably in like the 1,000 gold range.
Don't even look at me.
Though there
So
are
Technically, you don't even know that
alternatives.
Boka is rich.
There are alternatives. Cheaper options include extra dimensional like chests. They're bigger. They can't be transported on your person quite so easily. But a chest can hold just as much as a bag of holding. It's just
And I'm not giving you the bag of
stationary.
holding.
I don't even think you have a bag of holding.
You gave me one at the near the beginning of the.
I know you have a bag of tricks.
You gave me a bag of holding. It was one of the first items I got. I remember you saying, I kind of wish I hadn't given you that.
Are you sure it's this Boka?
Yeah, it's the other Boka doesn't have any magical items except for the flask.
Because
The other one's starving for magical items. I don't think I wrote it down, but I do
What?
remember you giving it.
If I
Because
gave
that was
it
the
to
first item you gave me. This was when we were kind of.
I mean, I gave you the cuddly stuffed mascot and potions of healing
Well, yeah.
and the bag of tricks.
But the first, before I got the bag of tricks, we did some event.
I know you got the bag of tricks from an event.
Yeah, that was from doing the
and at
little
one time,
game.
you kept collecting drift globes.
Yeah. And then this was before that. This was right after.
I don't know. Things look normal until I get to Cloak of Displacement. And after that point, they become very confused.
I wrote down everything I picked up or told you I was going to pick up. The only thing I forgot to pick up apparently to type in was bag of holding. I don't know why. Because I remember saying, "Oh, I can put bodies in this." No, this is the character that has one. The other one doesn't have one.
That's
why the other one has almost nothing.
I'm pretty sure the other one does.
I'm positive this one does, because that's the only reason I have all this stuff in here.
We can find out. Oh, well, I'm not gonna log in right now. Alright, well, I could find out, but I would apparently need to log back in. But I'm positive it's the other Boka.
Boka.
The other campaign has a lot of bags of holding. I'm pretty sure this one.
I was the person that carries everything for everyone in this one.
I don't think there's really been enough to really carry stuff. But I know the other Boka does have a bag of holding.
I don't know why the other one has a bag of holding when they don't get to carry that much.
I mean, you stuffed an entire massive sword made of stone into the bag of holding.
No, you said that my bag wasn't big enough for that, and I had to have.
Okay, well, you tried. You tried.
Coffee.
Let's put it that way.
Coffee and me had to carry it out.
Yes.
The reason I remember having it is I remember I got it shortly before our test. The big test of the first year.
I don't know.
Because I remember I was the one that carried some of the stuff we needed.
I literally don't see any sign of it. So I think you might have just got confused. I don't think this Boka has one. See, this is what happens when you name all your characters Boka, whether forwards or backwards.
A cob.
It's a Koba. Boka backwards.
A cob.
I promise you though, I remember getting the bag of holding in the... Because I started putting everything in it. Like, I have the stuff from the first test we did in the bag because I was like, I can fit this in there now.
I am positive that that's just the bag of tricks and you were getting them confused.
I'm positive it's not. Because I didn't even start the second thing until, like, how many sessions in? We'd already done the first test. And then I found out about the other one and I asked if I could join.
I'm not sure. There has been a handful of magic items. And heck, I even gave you a free magic item at one point. For you guys to select. That was a reward for something? I forget what. But yeah, I don't think this Boka actually has a bag of holding.
I'm positive.
It's not on your sheets.
Yeah, it is.
No, the bag of tricks is on your sheets.
Near the bottom. Somewhere.
I looked. Unless you just added it. There's no bag of holding. Okay.
I don't know where it is. I can't find it.
Right out, near the bottom, is a bag of holding. Well after you started collecting heads and other strange items.
Oh, look.
Well, to be fair, I move this stuff around a lot, so there's no telling when this stuff was gotten except for maybe the heads. The heads are at the top because I started putting them together.
Well, I have no clue anymore.
We've broken Academy today.
Yes.
You're saying that like that's a new thing with me. Don't I break you every other session, Naka?
What do you mean every other session? It's just every session.
I don't think it's every session. I think Naka's more strong-willed than that.
It doesn't help that I had a shot the other day, and it's still affecting me.
Oh, I hope you're okay.
I love you, Naka.
I love you too.
No, my Naka.
My Naka. Roll initiative right now.
Alright, I've lost any semblance of what I had planned. I just
what
can't
you
for
have
the life
planned?
of me remember what else I had planned to happen.
We were taking exams.
That part did happen. And luckily you all passed. Mostly.
Yeah, I got A's.
Some of them were not the greatest scores, but
Says the guy that has a 9 sitting there.
I don't want.
I ain't talking about you, Rowena.
Oh,
I'm talking about Sun.
I still had a 1.
yeah,
Well,
I'll
it's
have to look up
athletics.
the spells you guys gain.
It is
for
technically
next
your
time.
worst one. And to be fair, that's also my lowest roll, too. I think
The
both
only
me
girl
and you
correct.
kind of are in the athletic lower half. I think everyone else would roll high.
Roll by.
I don't think
I think
anyone
a deer won't
is
roll high
actually
because
proficient. Oh no,
I think a deer would
a
roll
deer is
low.
proficient.
Because, yeah.
So he's got a good shot.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Deer's the one that can roll high in that. And I know, I don't think Lilly takes any classes that would require it.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. But you guys want to break here for the night? I know we haven't accomplished a lot, but
Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
I don't think there's anything else I want to do. I wanted to get Explosion, but Naka says I need to cast Dragonfire more before I can even
I mean, you
think
could
about getting another
buy
spell.
another scroll and start working again. But you can really only work. You can.
Yeah, you said I
I
can really
think
only
so.
work on one
Word.
spell at the same time.
Yes. That. Words.
So I
They're
guess,
hard.
yeah, well, I guess we could end here if you want.
It might be good. I'm getting
Yeah.
You're
sleepy.
feeling kind of sleepy, bloobly, and
Oopie?
my normal antics have caused us all to forget what we were doing.
Yes.
We should just call me Mind Wipe, because that's literally what happens every time.
Well, you have an amazing ability to sidetrack us. At least unless I wrote down what I had planned.
It's my hidden
Which I
talent,
didn't do
Naka.
this time.
My hidden talent. I give other people ADHD.
What do you mean hidden? Hidden?
The hidden part is you don't realize you're getting ADHD when you talk to me.
What?
So,
I wasn't paying attention.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
that said, I guess we'll end a little bit early and I'll go lay
that's
down in
fine.
bed.
Yeah, me too.
Get some rest, Naka.
Love you, Naka.
Let's raid Tiefling Melissa.
Hell yeah. Raids. Raider Dave!
I think she's having some fun at the moment. So, I will be back tomorrow. Everspace 2 is tomorrow. I have so many
Fun.
games I'm playing at the moment that I take a little bit to remember which ones I'm actually playing when. But, yes. And Sony decided to throw a wrench in things by wanting to do their PlayStation event next week. So, making it more chaotic for me. Because it's going to be the
And I'll
start
be
of
there.
Summer Game Fest. And like every year, since I've started, I do Summer Games Fest. So, you can look forward to that soon. Sony's next week. And think it's next week at least. And then the rest is gonna start early June. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I'll be back tomorrow, and you can catch us next week, where I'm hopefully not mind fuddled. So, with that, have fun, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.